This is story number 5. So, in my last video, I talked about a manager I worked for who told the district that the person that they hired as a manager later couldn't do anything. But I got another one for that same manager. Well, I think about a couple months after I left that school to work in custodial because, yeah, there was a bunch of stuff related to owls. Well, see how it is. That's the manager, and okay. So a little context. When you're cooking in food service, you are given a paper that basically tells you exactly what something that you have to make, like how to put, like how many pounds of how much of a certain item you have to make. So like say you got to make, say, 5 pounds of green beans. And like what exactly you are supposed to put into said green beans. And also how long to cook said green beans. And we have that for everything from stuff that you have to cook, like meat to fruits and vegetables, and even packaged items like those little boxes of cereal and cereal balls. Well, this assistant manager, regardless of what the production people said, just every time she was to prepare, or like say cereal balls for after school snack, because the school I worked at was elementary school, and they had after school kale. So yeah, and so food service, the people in the kitchen will prepare however much snack that they will have out for the kids. So let's say they had snack cereal balls. So like these are like cereal balls you could get in any store. Like usually it's Captain Crunch. I think Fruit Loops. I think. Well, it's Captain Crunch cereal. I think. I don't. I know it was Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Trix. I know for sure. So let's say on average every year they got like 50 kids doing after school kale. So let's say she needed to make get 50 little things of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal balls. They come in wrappers, so all she had to do was just put them in a pan and put them on top of a cooler, which we had full milk. And we normally would just give them a whole bunch of regular white milk. But instead of using Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, she would just give them the Trix cereal balls. And my manager will figure it out and be like, I'm not gonna use her name, let's say have her name be Ruby for privacy. She'll be like, Ruby, you weren't supposed to use Trix cereal balls. You were supposed to use Cinnamon Toast Crunch balls. And she's like, it doesn't matter. They're getting food. And my manager will be like, it does matter. You're supposed to follow what the production people was. Now, here's the thing, though. If we had no Cinnamon Toast Crunch balls, all she would have to do is just, let the manager know, and my manager would, let her use the Trix balls. No, that's normal. If food service, they didn't to one other stuff, and that's no different in the kitchen cafeteria. At some point you're bound to want out something. So you just gotta let the manager know, and she will, look through a list of stuff, different foods you can, substitute, and, she'll just write a note somewhere, and let home managers know about it, so there's no issues. Well, she looked through all the storage rooms and stuff, every single time, they won't out of anything any of those times. Well, the assistant manager was mad about it. She didn't, for some reason, see the big deal about, picking whatever was on the shelf when you're supposed to, pick exactly what's on the shelf. Like, if you're cooking a bunch of green beans, you're not supposed, unless they're all green bean, you're supposed to put green beans out regardless what's in there. So you can't substitute with broccoli unless you're out of green beans. And it's the same thing here. She was never out of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Balls, so she had no reason to substitute them. And that's one of the two reasons why she ended up quitting. The second reason was that at the end of the school year, everyone in food service has to stay, I think, the day after the last day of school to kind of help clean up the place. And I think, yeah, you're supposed to stay like a day or two after all the kids leave to clean up the kitchen and everything. Well, she didn't. She thought she didn't have to do that. She thought she could just go home and spend time with the grandkids, and she was telling my manager that. She's like, you can't do that. In order to do that, you have to, have to have approved with vacation time. She's like, no, I don't. I can just take that day off if I want to and not have to use my time, so I can spend time with my grandkids. And my manager's like, no, everyone is required to come in, and if you want to be off with your grandkid, you have to take it off. We have to clean the kitchen. And I did that for like 2-3 years, Even I knew that. And I was a sub most of the time. Which, if you're wondering, yes, teachers are not the only ones who have subs. They got substitutes for bus drivers, kitchen staffs, custodian. Most departments will have a sub if you're interacting with kids or you do something in their school. So yeah, bus drivers and teachers are not the only ones who do that. Well, she was not happy, so she apparently stormed into the office one day. Well, my manager was talking to her area manager, which think of it as like a district manager of sorts. She's like, I quit, and was just being all petty and shit about it. And I took off, and she never heard from that woman again. Yeah, it was weird. I'm glad I don't work with food service anymore.